Hey guys, I've got a DressLink haul for you today. Haul and review. I first ordered from DressLink when I saw Trisha Paytas, shout out Trisha, has done a bunch of reviews on what she would just say cheap and expensive clothing, and although I could tell the videos were sponsored, it still seemed like something I wanted to try out. Sorry, some of it's in the background. Let me just move that. I would try it out. It seemed like such an amazing deal that I just couldn't say no. It was just crazy deal. Like, things on there you could buy for literally pennies. I didn't buy any of the penny stuff, but you could get things for pennies. Like, they had skirts and sweaters on for sale for 1 cent. That's crazy. You can't get anything for 1 cent. They don't even sell candies for 1 cent anymore. Like, remember when you were little and you had those little 1 cent candies you'd put in your... Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. First thing I got was some skirts. I got this red one, this black one, and this sort of leather type of skirt. So I would say overall I really like these skirts, but they were not what I was expecting. In the photos they even say high-waisted in the, you know, when you get your ticket it says high-waisted, not ticket, receipt, it says high-waisted. These are not high-waisted. They are if they are high-waisted, they're the shortest high-waisted skirt I have ever seen in my life. When I put them up where you would put a high-waisted skirt, they literally, the bottom literally touches the top of your underwear. It is not even close to a skirt. That's like a belt. So they're cute, but they aren't what I'm expecting. They're definitely a low-waisted, short circle skirt, which is very cute, and they're definitely very circular. As you can see, they're very circular and cute, but for the price I can't really complain. Each skirt was, I kid you not, only, let me check 1 second. Each skirt was only $2.85. Can you believe that? It's so cheap. You can't get anything for $2.85. A McDonald's hamburger costs more than $2.85. The quality is alright. I would say for the price, it's what I expected. I didn't expect, you know, anything super great quality. You can see there's quite a few loose threads on them along the seams, and the material's not that great, but it's not awful. I would say it's not much worse than anything you would get from H&M. Like, it's not meant to last forever. If you buy a $2.85 skirt, you know, it's something that you can probably wear for like a season, maybe 2 seasons, and then you're probably gonna have to get rid of it. But it's so cheap you could buy a bunch of them anyways. So usually if I buy something, you know, from this sort of thing, it'll just be something that's cheap and seasonal, you know, something you're not gonna wear forever. Order a size up. With the skirts being so short, and they fit me fine around, but they are so short. They're so incredibly short. So if you can, order a size up, that's for sure. They do have sizing charts website for each item. Check them, because Canadian sizing and I guess Chinese sizing is very, very different. In Canada, I'm usually a small or a medium because I am, you know, I'm fairly tall. I'm 5'8", but I'm still, you know, fairly slim, so I tend to wear a medium most of the time, sometimes a small depending on, you know, who makes things. But I was, I believe, either an extra large or a 2 times extra large. Unfortunately, I think if you're a little bit bigger, this site might not work for you unless they carry plus size items. This pleather one smells really strange. Like, it doesn't just smell like pleather, it smells, I don't know what it smells like, but it, and I washed it twice and it still smells, so beware of that. just smother yourself in perfume when you wear it. I don't know. Okay, now let me get on to the most exciting part of this haul, is what really drew me to this, because the skirts were a bit more of an afterthought. I was like, I saw this item, I'm like, okay, I need to order from here. Now, I need this. So you guys, I kid you not. Okay, look at this. Eyelashes, 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 eyelashes. Look at all these eyelashes. Look at all of these eyelashes. Each one of these boxes has 10 pairs of eyelashes in them. So there is 90 pairs of eyelashes in here. And let me tell you how much this cost. It was $7.35 Canadian for 90 pairs of eyelashes. At that price, like, even if only one pair was good, it's still cheaper than like what they cost at the store. Usually when you go to the store to buy a pair of eyelashes, depending on where you go, they're anywhere from like $5 to, if you go up to MAC, they're like $21 or something stupid for a pair of eyelashes. 90 pairs of eyelashes for $7.35. That's incredible. I have to admit, I love these eyelashes. These eyelashes are great. I would pay the $6.50 whatever usually you pay for a pair of eyelashes for one of these pairs of eyelashes. They're incredible. They're not human hair. They're not even whatever type of hair they usually make them out of. They are plastic, I believe. I believe they're plastic. They're either plastic or animal hair. I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, I was thinking they were plastic until about 2 seconds ago. They might be some sort of animal hair. I don't know. This is some of those eyelashes. I don't know what that says. If anybody happens to know what that says, let me know. I would love to know. And they come in the cutest little boxes with the little heart. Now, when I say 90 pairs, they're not 90 of all the same pair. I got the variety pack. I believe there was ones where you could get like 40 pairs of all the same or something like that. I just went for the big variety pack. There's 4 boxes of these natural eyelashes. These are my favorite. These are the ones that I'm wearing on my eyes now, if you can see them. They're very natural. You wouldn't know you were wearing them. I've been wearing them to university every day, and no one seems to have picked up the fact that I'm wearing fake eyelashes. They're all just like, wow, you look nice today. And it's like, thanks. Next, there are these crisscross eyelashes. These, you would think they would be the most natural looking, because generally crisscross eyelashes are very natural looking. But these ones, I would say, are definitely more of a party eyelash. They are very, very long and very obvious that you're wearing fake eyelashes. They're cute, definitely, don't get me wrong, but they're not natural. There's only 1 box of these ones. They're in the variety pack, so you get 10 of these. I think I'll probably wear these the least of all of them, so I am glad that there's only 1 pack of this. There are 2 types of the bold eyelashes. There are these ones that are very sort of spiky, sort of classic, what you imagine just, you know, bold eyelashes to look like. I haven't worn these ones yet, but because the other ones are all so comfortable, I'm sure they'll be great. Once again, I don't know if these are plastic or some sort of animal hair. I really can't tell. If they're plastic, it's a very soft plastic. And then there are the sort of, the ones where all the eyelashes are sort of the same length. They're less spiky eyelashes, where they're a little bit thicker on the edges. These again are also very soft. I haven't worn these ones yet. I've only worn the crisscross ones and the natural ones. But they're all very nice. I would say some of them got a little bit warped in the box. If you can see, like, this one here got a little warped. But I think if you just play with them a little bit, they should be fine. And even if maybe a couple pairs went a little warped, for the price, it doesn't matter. And you've got 90 of them. How It's gonna last you for so long. I would definitely order these eyelashes again if I ever happen to run out, which I think won't be for a very long time. They're great eyelashes and they're so cheap. I am so incredibly impressed by them. About shipping, took a long time and shipping was expensive. Shipping is the most expensive part. It was only about $13 for the 3 skirts and the eyelashes, give or take, you know, $1 or a few cents. But when I had finished, the shipping was about $16. I got the most cheap. I got the cheapest shipping because some of the shipping they wanted $35 for 7-day delivery, when the 7 to 21 day delivery was only $16, and I didn't think it was really worth it for what I ordered. It's not like I needed the eyelashes or the skirts immediately, and it's not like it was something very high-end where I want to make sure it was, you know, very good shipping, you know, taking very good care of it. If something got a little damaged, it wasn't that awful, or it was $2 skirt, right? I'm not gonna be like, no, my skirt. So shipping took a little bit longer than 21 days because they sent my package in sort of a weird way, in my opinion. They sent it in 2 different packages, which normally you would expect if something had been back ordered or something like that, but nothing had been back ordered or anything. They just decided to send it in 2 packages. I don't know if it was for taxes reasons or it was cheaper shipping that way, I don't know. Got my first package within the 21 days. I think it was like 20 days or something like that after ordering, somewhere towards the end of the amount of time they said it would take. I walked down to my Canada Post and I went and I picked up my package and everything was great. I was so excited. I took it home. I ripped open the package. I was so excited and I'm digging through it and there were no eyelashes, which I thought was strange because you know how on the end of a package it has the packing thing and it says everything that's in there. It listed all of my items, all of the skirts, and all of the eyelashes. The first package only contained my skirts. So when I hadn't gotten an email about them being back ordered or anything like that, like the company usually does, if something's back ordered or they're sending it in 2 packages, you know, they normally let you know in some way, or you know, they'll say, hey, you know, this has been back ordered, you'll be getting this a week after everything else. And it's like, okay, that's understandable. Thought they had just forgotten my eyelashes, you know. I wasn't that upset about it. I was like, okay, I'll just send them an email and tell them they forgot the eyelashes. So I, you know, sent them an email saying, I got my package and everything's great except I think you forgot the eyelashes, because it said on the packing strip that there were eyelashes in it. I was going to call them, but because of my university schedule, I was always busy during like daytime hours, so I thought it was best to email them, wait a few days, see what happened, and if they didn't reply to me in like a week, I would call them. So sent them an email, they replied in about 4 days and just said, oh, it was sent in 2 packages, you know, just hold on a little while. And I was like, okay, great, I'm getting my eyelashes. I wasn't upset about it at all. I was super excited. Okay, it's coming. So I had to wait about another, it was 2 or 3 weeks. It was quite a while until I got my second package. So I get back to my apartment, see the little thing in my mailbox that says, you have a package. So I, of course, got all excited and made my way down to Canada Post again and picked up my eyelashes, which everything was great. I would say everything came intact, which I'm very excited about. All of the boxes, none of them were crushed, which I find a lot of times if you get things that are a little bit cheaper in these little cardboard boxes, they do tend to, you know, get bent and crushed, and none of that happened, which was great. They did an awesome job shipping. I would say, other than that little hiccup with the 2 packages, everything was fantastic. And I'm not even really complaining about the 2 packages, I just thought it was kind of strange. So if you guys had a similar experience with getting the 2 packages and not saying anything was back ordered or anything, let me know. Maybe since I don't tend to order from foreign countries very often, that is why. It's typical. Maybe that's typical. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, you know? I am giving DressLink a positive review, that's for sure. I will be ordering from them again. I really liked everything they gave me. Okay, I want to thank you guys all for watching so much, and please like and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Okay, bye-bye!